What's up, everybody? It's Crypto Winter Bowl back with a video about the Maximus Dao Perpetuals. So the mint phase started September 5th, so you can now come and redeem 1-for-1 hex to either base, trio, lucky, or desi. At the end of the mint phase, they stake that hex into uh, either a 1 year, 3 year, 7 year, or 10 year contract, and then it accrues the interest like normal. How the hex contract works. Benefits to this is maximum yield, gas savings, and you get instant liquidity. So I personally I like the ideas of these perpetuals. They will definitely bring the end stake fee down when you do go to end stake. Um, so it's good in that sense. I did mint Maxi when it launched, but now I'm just trying to you know decide if I want to actually mint any of these four. Um, so so the perpetuals enable you to auto restake your hex when a stake ends. If you simply hold the pool tokens, your hex will stay in the pool to be staked for another term. So you can um, use these as a portion of your staked hex. Um, it is kind of a little touchy for me, um, mainly because if I want liquid hex, right, I'll just hold the liquid hex. Um, After all, a lot of the gains from crypto is just purely from price appreciation. So for me personally, having liquid stakes like this is not too much up my alley, but they did decide to add this feature called Diamond Hands. So this has kind of got me on the edge now, whether I do want to participate or don't want to participate in the mint phase. So now basically what Diamond Hands is you can lock up any of your perpetual tokens, and now basically you're just gonna so if you don't do what you're gonna say or lock them for how long you said you're gonna lock them, then you get a penalty. So so the penalty, for example, let's say you early unlock, the penalty is 25%. There's four people in the Diamond Hands Club, and they each pledge 100 base. If two of the four people early unlock, the two true Diamond Hands will each get their lock base tokens plus 25 base. So it's interesting because they added that locking feature. So what it reminds me of is something similar to the WhatsApp NFT in the um, in the Hedron protocol. Um, so like, if you end your burn your NFT to claim your ICOSA rewards, that's gone, and then it goes to everybody else in the pool, or they get more of a share of the pool, right? So this is very interesting. Um, I'll have to really dig in a little more as to why or why not to mint. That's the real question. To mint or not to mint. Um, One of the issues I have with these perpetuals is probably just the liquidity that's gonna be available, right? Um, Now, I'm not saying that's going to be an issue, like a huge issue, but it is something to factor in, because Hex itself is a very liquid asset, so you can get in and get out very easily. Um, so if we just take a look at how many uh, tokens have been pledged already, we can see that base 15 million. Let's go down to trio. About, I'll call that 16 million, 15 million. And this is the biggest one, 57 million, right? Um, so Desi is going to be probably the most supply. We can safely say that. But let's take a look at how much Maximus was pledged. So the total supply was 293 million hex. So even Desi is like 6 times less right now. Um, but then we go and look at the liquidity. So this is the liquidity pool USDC Maxi. And we see right now there is like 70, yeah, like 7,000 USDC. So there's only 336,000 total value locked inside this liquidity pool. Now, I'm not like a liquidity expert, but what happens if somebody comes and dumps like 50K, they want to get out or something like that, then price is going to drop significantly. Whereas if somebody came and dumped $50,000 in hex, it probably the price wouldn't move quite as much. Here, we'll just look at hex. See, like the total value locked for hex is 20.3 million. Um, so it's a lot more liquidity in hex, meaning you're gonna be able to get in and get out a lot with a lot less slippage and a lot less price fluctuation. So now what happens when um here, I'll go back to the perpetuals. Like what happens when the liquidity dries up for something like base? Let's say there's like 25 million base tokens, right? Like what's the liquidity pool going to look like? Because that's really what matters. If it's not liquid, then it's going to be somewhat difficult to get in and get out. Like there might only be like $100,000 in liquidity um, to use as exit liquidity if you need to. Um, so that's just one thing that's holding me up. Um, but other than that, like I like the project. I like the diamond hands. I think that's really cool. It kind of gives you like an extra boost on your gain if you choose to participate in that. Um, yeah, I like the project Dip Catcher, very reputable. But I just don't think I'm gonna actually mint the perpetuals. Um, Now I'm not against them because if that ratio of like let's say lucky to hex like goes down significantly, maybe it's like 1 to 1 or less than one. That might be a good pickup to swap some of your hex to pick up that perpetual. Um, but right now I think I'm just gonna sit on my hands, see what happens, see what the numbers are for how many hex are pledged, and just kind of see what the liquidity pools are gonna be like, and then kind of go from there. I've kind of learned in crypto, just be more skeptical and be a little more cautious. Respect your bags. Don't just go giving it away. just because everybody else is. You know, maybe you should think twice or three times about what you're doing. Um, but I still love the project. Great idea. Saving on gas and stake fees and stuff like that is going to be extremely valuable. But at this time, I think I'm just going to wait and sit, um, see how the market shakes out. Um, because you know we could get another dump down, and you know if you're ready, you can maybe pick some more hex up or something like that. Um, but that's pretty much it. Um, so yeah, always do your own research on stuff like this. Don't take for what I say. Don't listen to what I say. Just do your own research. None of this is financial advice. But Crypto Winter Bowl out.